Hello, I'm going to read you a story written by a very important person to me, and it's called Fractured Fairy Tale. Once upon a time, there were two babies born that were severely lacking. One baby had bones, who was named Form, and the other had muscles and a strong heart, who was named Life. Form could barely move and appeared stuck, but was solid. Life was full of passion and desire, but would often fall to the ground, crashing into things and making a huge mess. Life lacked the bony structure that Form possessed. They each had what the other one needed. One day, a magic fairy showed up and said, "I know how to help you two. You will have to give each other what you have and be willing to receive from the other what they have." Form was afraid that if she became more like Life, she would fall and be unstable. Life was afraid of losing his passion and not being able to move, change, or have freedom. Fear whispered to them both that surrender and humility would ruin them. But courage came along and confronted fear and told them both that surrender and humility was the only way that they could be whole and healthy. But they would have to ask for a little magic. After reflecting on the personal cost and the risks, they both decided they wanted to be whole and healthy. "Please, would you help us become what we were meant to be?" The magic fairy took her magic wand and stirred up some enchantment. Both Form and Life surrendered and humbled themselves in this transformative process. However, it was a slower process than both of them had hoped for. Form was infused with life, passion, and a freedom she had never experienced. She now had muscle that empowered her to move and the passion to use it. Life was straightened up with bones that made him solid and stable, that empowered him so he didn't fall and break things. Both stood standing, transformed by a little magic, surrender and humility, and a ways to go. Either or died that day, and both and came into being in the lives of two children who were no longer lacking what they needed to thrive. They both possessed form and freedom, or structured and life, which allowed them to be whole, healthy, and functional. From that day on, they were good, except when they weren't.